There's a tab on my computer that's been open for 4 days. I refresh it sometimes so it doesn't look abandoned. It's an email. 11 words. I've read it maybe 40 times. I still haven't answered it. Not because I don't know what to say. I know exactly what to say. I've composed the answer in my head while brushing my teeth, while waiting for a red light, while pretending to listen to someone. The answer is 4 sentences long. It would take me 90 seconds to type. I have not done it. Instead, I watched a guy restore an old typewriter for 3 hours. It was a very nice typewriter. I have no use for a typewriter. I don't even know how to change the ribbon. But I watched him clean every key with a little brush, and I felt something in my chest unclench for the first time that day. That's not laziness. Lazy people are asleep. I'm awake at 11:47 p.m., eating cereal out of a mug because all the real bowls are dirty, and I'm actively avoiding an email that I could have written in the time it took me to find the spoon. For years, I thought I was missing some adult shit. Everyone else seemed to just do the things, file the taxes, answer the emails, go to the gym. I thought there was a meeting I missed where they handed out the willpower. I was waiting for mine to arrive. It never arrived. What I got instead was this. I would spend 4 hours researching the perfect notebook for a novel I had not written. I made a folder of beautifully organized notes for a project I immediately abandoned. I once color-coded my calendar for a week and then spent the next month ignoring it. I cared a lot. That was the problem. I cared so much, I panicked. Inside my head, there are 2 roommates. One is a sticky toddler who lives only in the next 30 seconds and wants whatever is easiest right now. The toddler does not care about the email. The toddler cares about the typewriter video. The toddler wants a snack and a dark room and absolutely no consequences. The other roommate is an exhausted accountant who knows the deadline, knows I'll feel worse later, and genuinely wants me to succeed. The accountant is the only reason I have ever filed taxes. The accountant is currently looking for a pen that works. The toddler is awake at 6 in the morning running laps. The accountant needs coffee and a clean desk. So, when the email feels even a little bit gross, the toddler wins, obviously. The toddler doesn't just want fun. The toddler wants whatever doesn't make my stomach feel weird. And almost everything important makes my stomach feel weird. It's not because the email is hard. The email is 11 words. Physically, the work might be typing, but the email is emotionally loud. It has a person attached to it. It has the possibility that I will send it and they will think something bad about me, or that I will send it and they won't answer, or that I will send it and it will turn into more emails. The email is a door that might lead to more doors. The toddler does not want doors. The toddler wants to sit on the floor. Here's what happens. I open my laptop. I see the tab. There's a little clench in my chest. Not quite fear, more like a soft, heavy no. My jaw tightens. My breathing gets shallow. It's the same feeling I get when I step onto an escalator, and for 1 second I think my foot might not land right. Except it lasts. It lasts the whole time I look at the tab. My brain sees the clench and decides this is danger. It doesn't know the difference between danger and feelings. It throws the email into the same folder as spiders, phone calls from unknown numbers, and the sound of a vacuum hitting a sock. Now the email is a bear, so I run away. And running away, in this case, is the typewriter video. I tell myself I'll just check one thing. Then I look up and I've watched 45 minutes about whether medieval swords were actually heavy. They weren't. I learned that. I learned nothing else. The video was just a place to put my eyes while the clench sat on my chest. This is what happens. The task feels bad, so I do something that feels good for about 4 minutes. Then the task is still there, but now I have less time, and I also feel worse because I just spent 4 minutes learning about pommels. The task looks bigger. I feel smaller, so I need another distraction to fix the feeling. The loop feeds itself. It's a snake eating its own butt, and it just keeps going. My spices are fine. My inbox is not. But the cabinet was the thing that felt safer. So I did that. You can't outplan the email if the clench is still in charge. The work isn't the problem. The pre-work dread is the problem. The dread is what makes me open the typewriter tab. I don't have a system. I'm not selling you anything. I just have a few things I do when I remember to do them, and one of them is lying. The first lie is the 2-minute lie. I tell myself I only have to look at the email for 2 minutes, then I can quit. Then I can go back to the typewriter video. I can do 2 minutes. 2 minutes is nothing. I can sit through a terrible movie for 2 minutes. I can open a file and stare at it like it owes me money. Usually what happens is the email stops being a bear. It turns back into an email. It's just words. I can move words around. I don't have to fight a dragon. I just have to look at some words. The dragon was mostly made of my own dread, and after a while, the toddler gets bored of running away, because running away is actually kind of boring too. The second thing is making the first step pathetic. My to-do list used to say become person who works out. That's insane. Now it says put on shoes. Sometimes I put on the shoes and lie on the floor, but the shoes are on. I don't write respond to email. I write open email. Opening an email is not a threat. It's a thing my hands already know how to do. There's no clench in open email. It's just open email. The third thing is picking a real time. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow is not a time. Tomorrow is a lie the toddler tells me. I say 2:15 for 25 minutes, or 10, or 5. The exact number doesn't matter as much as the fact that I decided it. When I know exactly when it starts and when it ends, I can't weasel out. At 2:15 it starts, at 2:40 it stops. I can sit through almost anything if I know when it stops. I've sat through meetings that way. My brain isn't wrong, it's just old. I learned a long time ago that sitting still in a bush is safer than walking out into the open. It learned that the unknown is probably a predator. And now it looks at an email and thinks the same thing. The email is just a sentence. The sentence is just pixels, but my brain is still checking for teeth. So I trick it. I can't fight the toddler. It's too fast, and it has better access to the snack drawer. I work around it. I make the first step so small, I feel ridiculous not doing it. I promise myself an escape hatch I probably won't even want by the time I get there. And I don't wait to feel like doing it. I never feel like doing it. The feeling comes after I start, if it comes at all. Most of the time it doesn't. I just do it anyway, and then forget to feel proud. I didn't want to make this video. I wanted to keep watching the typewriter. But I told myself, just write one sentence. Then I wrote one more, because the first one was already there, and now I'm at the end of the video, and the typewriter is still waiting. It will always be waiting. The typewriter isn't going anywhere. So, if you have an email like mine, you don't need a new journal. You don't need a morning routine. You need to open the file, move one word, put on the shoes, buy one vegetable. Then you can watch the typewriter video, or don't. I'm not your dad. I make dumb stick figure videos that might help you procrastinate slightly less. No promises. Go move one word around.